Welcome back to another episode of how you can also move to Dubai. In this video, I'll be sharing a little bit more about my journey and also educating you on some of the more popular topics. Previously, I had mentioned that I would be covering a little bit more about driving and converting your license here in the UAE. If you're moving from the West, it's super easy for us. You can easily get it converted with a few $100s and walk out of the center in about 30 minutes time, literally holding your brand new UAE license, hard copy. You can't buy a car without a UAE driver's license, which is why I would recommend you convert it ASAP. But in saying that, you can still rent a car, which is probably another reason that you see a lot of tourists driving around in rented Lamborghinis. Now, the actual driving part is a little bit scary at the start, especially because we do drive on the opposite side of the road to Australia and the UK and some of the other Western countries. So the first few times are a tiny bit scary, but you kind of get used to it. The roads here are predominantly freeways, and I think that's one of the reasons why this is such a fast-paced city. And if you've heard of anything about driving here in Dubai, you know that people drive like, and it's because the highest population of expats that live here are from South Asia, and let's be honest, we all know that the roads in South Asia are chaos. People will flash you for no reason, people will not let you merge in, but you know what they say, sometimes when in Rome, be a Roman. So, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You know, people do come here with all their different rules from all different countries, so that's what kind of makes it a little bit chaotic. But that's why you just have to pray before you drive every time. Let's talk about networking. Early 2024, I met this girl at an event hosted by House of Sorority, and she reached out to me to help her find her dream apartment because I was working as a real estate agent at that time. And shortly after that, she recommended me a role that ended up becoming my next role. Speaking of House of Sorority, this was one of the questions I got asked a lot from my previous video. How did you like it? What exactly is this girl group? How did you find the experience? Blah, 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 blah. Short answer, I absolutely love it. Long answer is that there are multiple groups and communities that you can be part of in Dubai, and you're not just limited to one, but this one in particular was screaming my name. It's girly, it's wholesome, and it attracts genuine energy because of the kind of events hosted by Jay. How did I even come across this? Well, since booking my flights in 2023, my whole TikTok algorithm changed to just Dubai, Dubai, Dubai. And so I came across this one video of this lovely girl expressing that she also wanted to meet like-minded females, just wanting to build and grow genuine friendships. So I reached out to her in July and I said, hey girl, I'm coming to Dubai next month. Do you have any events that you're planning on hosting? And she said, yep, I'm hosting one on the 5th of August. And I was arriving in Dubai on the 3rd of August, so 2 days prior. And so I said, yep, perfect, sign me up. And then 2 days after I got to Dubai was the event. It was a sip and paint event, and I rocked up to the event, and that is where I met some of my now best friends, including Jay. I've been part of the community since, and I absolutely love it. We do the cutest little events, picnics, coffee dates, we do cute little workshops and Pilates and so much more, so I would definitely recommend. The energy, the positive vibe, the femininity, it was just me to the T. Let's talk about some of the different areas in Dubai. Some of the popular expat areas include downtown Dubai, Dubai Marina, Business Bay, the Palm Jumeirah, JVC, and Dubai Hills. I've covered a few places I've lived in my previous video, but additional to that, I've also lived in Denmark Hills, JVC, Production City, and I currently live in which is only 10 minutes from downtown, and I absolutely love it because it's brand new, the whole area is brand new, and it does attract a lot of young Western expats as well. JBC is also a really good option to consider. It's definitely a British dominated community. Personally for me, it's still an up and coming area.
A few moments later.
JBC is also a really good option to consider. It is a British dominated area and the prices are pretty reasonable, but in saying that, personally for me, because it is still an up and coming area, there was so much construction and the traffic can get a little bit tricky, so it wasn't my favorite place to live. If you're moving here with your families, you might want to consider moving into a villa community rather than apartments. And some of the more popular expat villa communities are Tilal Gaff, Demark Hills, Emirates Living, Arabian Ranches, The Valley, and so much more. Now I want to address the weather before I wrap up because everyone always asks about this. Obviously this is a desert, which means it's hot a lot of the time. Personally, this was one of the reasons I moved to Dubai. I just find myself more productive and just happier under the sun. And we really do see the sun all year round, which is such a beautiful blessing. But the summer is hot. It's basically a sauna outside. The good thing is that there's air conditioning everywhere and you do lose a lot of water weight, which means you can get skinny. But in saying that, the heat does slow down the city a little bit in terms of tourism and the city life. A lot of restaurants and beach clubs do shut down during this period, and a lot of residents end up traveling to Europe or back to their home countries just to escape from the heat, which again can be a positive thing because the roads are so much more quieter during that time. If you love the heat, you'll survive. Dubai is a beautiful warm city, but the temperature does go up to 50 degrees in the peak summer months, so definitely be warned. Well, that concludes my video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, so then I can give you what you're asking for. And follow my Instagram while you're at it. See you in the next video.